Luna, today we're going to talk about EOS. 3, 2, 1. Oh, oh! Give me a good howl for all the viewers who all love you. Oh, oh! That's a pretty good one, but we all want to hear the long one. We want to hear the long one. 3, 2, 1. She's yawning right now. Just hang on. 3, 2, 1. Oh, oh! That was a pretty sad one, right, guys? That was really sad. I'm torturing her right now. I'm torturing her. Oh, oh! Luna, do you want to be for dinner? Do you want to have dinner tonight? Do you want to be dinner? Do you mind if I eat you tonight? Give me a howl if you don't care if I eat you. Oh, oh! Luna, do you like it when I marinate you in soy sauce and fish sauce and oyster sauce? Oh, oh! Yeah, you like that? Do you like going to the vet? Do you like going to the vet? You don't like going to the vet, right? What's your favorite food? Tell everybody what your favorite food is and your favorite coin. Oh, oh! That's it, guys. That's all she wanted to give you today. So now that Luna is also really excited to do a TA on EOS, I thought that I would actually read you guys a little rap poem that Luna decided to write as well. Okay, guys, this is not from my words. Okay, I got this amazing dog translator. You guys can buy it on Amazon. I invented it. It's on sale. It used to be 592 Bitcoin, but now it's actually 522 Bitcoin. And it doesn't work most of the time though. Like you just have to guess most of the time, but when it does work, it's actually great. So this is from Luna. I interpreted it myself, and I think it sounds pretty good, guys. So this is a song dedicated to all the people that's holding EOS, and I hope you guys enjoy it. So this is by Luna, guys. Ready for it? Ready? A few weeks ago, we thought, what is going on with EOS? Did this coin get down and dirty and betray us? Everybody got mad. My comrades and even the triad picked up their sticks and stones and threw them gray rocks. What is going on? Everybody grabbing their hair and pulled out them Goldilocks. What you gotta do with EOS is buy it and lock it up in a little box. It won't cause chaos like in Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. If you sell EOS, I promise it may cost. You'll end up with a capital loss. You gotta make sure instead it pays us. So rare we come across a coin so hot like Tabasco sauce. Drop the mic, everybody! Drop the mic! Okay, guys, let us do this, okay? I've got my dog in my lap, and this video is gonna actually take very long to make. Oh, my microphone's far away. It's actually going to take a lot of time to make because I think I had a little bit too much chili last night, so I've got to make a few frequent pit stops to the ladies' room. Now I just want to tell you guys really quickly about something that I discovered in the ladies' room, okay? And this should be probably on an episode of Mythbusters. I should probably send them a letter and ask them to make an episode on this because I demystified a myth, you know, and for generations, guys, people thought that you know, when ladies went to the bathroom, that like, you know, they planted trees and whatever, you know, there were flowers and stuff. But I just want to let you guys know, as a lady myself, that that absolutely is not true at all. Okay, at my time eating lots of chili, it proved that. Like, I found that out just today, guys. So I thought I'd share that really important tip as well. And don't be fooled by whoever says they plant trees, okay? Because trees do not get planted in there, I assure you. So now we're gonna take a look at EOS. And first of all, the first thing that we always do before we analyze a chart is we check the daily chart and see, is it bullish? Yes, it's still very bullish. This looks like it's about to cross over, but I don't think so, okay? Yesterday, do you guys know what we closed with? We closed with this candle right there, which is called a dragonfly doji. Now, this candle is really important, okay? Whenever you see a dragonfly doji that closes on the daily, there is always a strong uptrend after. What the dragonfly doji implies is that, like, for example, here we see it, right? And there was a strong uptrend after. Whenever we see it during a corrective phase and one shows up, we can automatically assume that the market psychology is this. The bears have attempted to sell off, but the bulls have pushed and they've won. So we're actually very bullish right now. Let me give you a really good example of Bitcoin, for example, okay? People were very worried about, hey, is Bitcoin going to go down? And I remember this day very well where we got a Dragonfly Doji right here. See this right here? On October 18, we got this Dragonfly Doji. The bears attempted to push it down, but the bulls successfully defended. And that alone implied very bullishness, and look what happened, right? So whenever we get a candle like that, or even one like this is similar to a Dragonfly Doji. The difference between a hammer and a Dragonfly Doji is that the hammer has a bigger body. So EOS is very bullish right now, and so am I, because of that one candle from yesterday that closed. Now, what we want to do is identify, first of all, we'll do some of the basic analysis first, okay, that everybody knows. So we'll get that out of the way. We just want to draw a few resistance points. I take my horizontal ray tool, I just draw one, you know, there, draw one here, draw one there, maybe there, there. And what we notice is that this entire zone kind of becomes a buy zone, right? And if I draw one even here as well, right? Especially right here, this specific area. That actually became a really strong buy zone in general. So what was previously a resistance becomes a support, right? So I'm just going to move it over here. And if you guys notice, there's a lot of pressure to go down, but they were successfully defended, right? So now if we just increase this box of ours to fit all of this little zone here, what we're noticing is resistance in this area. Would you agree, right? So what we're facing the most resistance with, if we can tell, is basically now this area right here. So this area, we're having a little bit of a struggle to get to it, but every time there is a resistance and we break through it, it ends up becoming a support. For example, this area right there, okay? We broke through this previous higher resistance, and then it becomes a support. And if we look through right here as well, right? Once we break through that area, it also becomes a support. Once we break through this area as well, actually more so right here, say, it now becomes a support. And that's why there's a lot of struggle to get past this specific point, because it was a resistance, right? So just doing some basic analysis like that first, and just seeing market psychology in general. Now the next thing I'm going to look at is we're going to try to identify some commonalities in the chart and try to see how this chart likes to behave. So I'm going to do an analysis right here, and I'll show you guys one thing that's actually really cool. Check this out on, say, the 4-hour chart, okay? So watch this right here. I am going to draw a wedge pattern to pretty much right here. I drew a wedge right here. Make sure this point touches this point and the next most relevant point. So something like that, okay? Something like that. Beautiful. Just make sure it's very accurate, because these are important to do. We have to be very meticulous when we do these things. And draw another relevant point like that. Not bad, right? Looks pretty good to me. Then the next thing we do is we take a target box like this. Make sure it fits it very nicely in here. Be very meticulous when you do these things. See, make sure it's fitting right around the 55 EMA. Okay. Put it to the end of the breakout, right around here, where the apex meets. Gotcha. The next thing you do is take a horizontal ray and draw it across like that, and watch what happens. Check that out. Pretty cool, right, guys? So that's how you also target. Do you guys see what I'm talking about right here? It becomes, we draw a wedge in here, right in there. We take this target box right there that I drew, drag it down to here, and then the base range is the same as the wedge, and that's the target usually that we use. Is that a beautiful thing, how it just hovered right around it? Now we're going to ask ourselves, wow, that's a pretty cool thing. Is it possible that it's going to do that again? If it did on the downside, is it possible that it's going to do it on the upside? Let's take a look. So what we notice here, I can't really cover that, so I'm just going to do it here right in front of you, is we take this wedge here as well, okay? Draw another line like that. Make sure it's as accurate as possible. Grab your price tool. I'm going to take it actually from the top over here. Drag it down. Make sure the 55 EMA is about in the middle of it. At the end of the breakout, continuation pattern, we drag it to right around where the breakout is. And voila, we get our target right up here, which hit it perfectly. So what we did was we took this one here, took the base range, used it as a target, and then we would have also used this one as a target right here, guys. Isn't that a beautiful thing? Cool, right? Nice. So now where are we? We have to figure out where we are. And I want to show you guys my predictions that I've made. I have been pretty bang on for EOS. Where is it? For example, this one here, I made a prediction of entering between $1.35 to $1.45, okay? $1.35 to $1.45 with a target of $1.82. And what do you know? We hit it right around here, this range. See this, the price there? It's $1.82 range. So that was one of my predictions, where we were entering right around here during the consolidation, and we were going to hit that. Another prediction I made, I've been pretty bang on. Another one as well here, entering between 145 to 153, hitting $1.80 again. Next target, $2.37. Actually, no, the first one that I showed you, we actually came short of it. We came short of it. We actually only hit this one right there, right? We only hit $1.73, came short of it, and I suggested an entry over here. Let me just show you that again, okay? I suggested an entry 135 to 145, which is right here, 135 to 145, right here. And I actually shot for this box there, about 180-ish, but we came short of it, right? We actually hit this instead. Now the next one that I made was shooting for the other target, 145 to 153 is the entry, target 180. Okay, let's take a look. I said about 140. Sorry, what was it again? I don't remember. 135 to 143. No, that wasn't it. 145 to 153. 145 to 153. Around here, we'll say 145 to 153, entering where it consolidated right after, right? You guys see the price right there, 153-ish. Actually, it was lower. It was 145 to about 153, right around here. Surely enough, we touched it right there. And my target for that one was 180 to 237. 180 to 237. 180, right? So the people that I've been holding, you guys have been making really good profit. That's my next target range right up here somewhere. So whoever has been holding and taking my advice, you guys must be making a lot of money right now. Not just a little bit of money, but a freaking lot of money. So we're gonna go over Elliott Wave now. A normal impulse Elliott Wave has 5 subwaves like this, 5 motive waves up, right? Whenever wave 1 is finished, what we do is we assume a general first target of a 1-to-1 extension. So wave 3 will finish right there at the 1-to-1 extension. Now for those that don't understand what I'm talking about, I highly suggest you guys research and read up on my Fibonacci videos. I've got Fibonacci extension tutorials and Fibonacci retracement videos, so try to catch up on it. Now if wave 3 reaches about a 1-to-1 extension right here, then wave 5 is very likely to hit at least 161.8. So these are a lot of rules and guidelines that we follow. And these rules and guidelines, they ebb and they flow in all charts for technical analysts. And you guys always have to keep in mind that every technical analyst is different, right? They're very different, and the skill or the prediction of a technical analyst will come highly down to how individually skilled they are. So this is like an art, right? So there are some technical analysts out there that are okay, and then there's some that are good. And technical analysts will have an arsenal of weapons, and they will have such a wide range of weapons, and it depends on the circumstance. We will use different weapons at different times to analyze depending on what fits the criteria best. Now, what we're going to do is this right here. Give me a second. Okay, so we're going to assume this. Based on what I've mentioned, we're going to assume a few rules. I'm going to draw Elliott Wave again. So if this one hits a 1-to-1 extension or higher, right, let's say it goes in between 100 and 161.8, then what's very likely is the next one will actually do a similar extension to in between here as well. If this one hit 100, this one's likely to hit 161.8. If this one hits 161.8, then this one is likely to hit 261.8. Just as general guidelines. They're not rules set in stone. They're just general guidelines that we follow. Now, what we see here is, let's zoom in a little bit closer first of all. Let's go to like a 2-hour chart. We want to identify commonalities in the charts, okay? Identifying commonalities is extremely important because it gives us a gauge of accuracy. As you saw earlier, we were talking about the wedges, right? And the wedges 2 for 2 so far that they've made. And these 2 for 2 wedges are awesome because what ends up happening with these wedges is that they meet their actual target. So this one here is basically a channel that it likes to make, right? A channel that it likes to make here. Beautiful channel. And Elliott Wave traders, we love channels, okay? We absolutely love channels. Now, I'm going to call this one 4, and the ones that poke out of there will be called bull breaks, or sorry, bull traps. And that we don't want. So we're just going to make sure that this channel is fairly parallel. It might not be exactly a channel. It might even be a wedge. Some might argue to differ, right? To each his own, to whatever you guys prefer. I'm going to call it a channel / wedge. Now, the Elliott Wave count for this is quite simple, actually. The Elliott Wave starts about here. Actually, from here, we can say, we're not going to get into the micro scale of it in terms of analyzing every single subwave, right? And this one here ends A, B, C pretty much. Well, right here. This one is 3, right there. This one is 4, and this one is 5. Some people might argue, well, we don't see 5 waves in there, but we actually do on a smaller time frame. Let me show you. See, we actually see it right here. It's just very hard to see. Give me a second. So the best way to count this would most likely be this actually. 1. This is basically 2 somewhere around here that ends A, B, C, D, E. This could be about 2. And this one right here would be 3. This is most likely 4. And that's most likely 5. Some would argue that this is 4 right here, but it doesn't really matter in hindsight at all, actually. Because the way I would see it is like this, right? This one I would see it as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This one does an A, B, C. And this was pretty much a 3rd wave there. This could have even been a 4th small wave, and that could have been a 5th wave. Something like that. Now, the 3rd wave is often the longest, but never the shortest, so we got to see if it actually fits these rules. So what I'll do now is I'll take my price tool, check the length of this guy here, 1.3, and this one is about the same. So we can say that it's safe to assume that this is an Elliott Wave third wave, and that's third right up there, big extended third wave, see? And then this one will actually be a big ABC correction. That's how I see it. See this as a big ABC to make 4. And the reason I say that is because if we got into a different time frame, this to me looks like it's 5 waves coming down in a channel. This one right here. Looks like it's a 5-wave channel, right? We can't see it too well here, and I don't want to break it down. But what's important to notice is that if we have an ABC correction, like that, actually I'll draw that a lot bigger. Like that. Oh, so I'm drawing it the wrong way now. A, B, C. There's many possibilities for C to end. C, if there's very, very bullish sentiment, could actually end up falling very short of it. Not as bullish, double bottom called a truncated C, and this would be a normal one-to-one extension. But what's important to make note of is that this one here usually comes in a zigzag like that, coming down. Very uniform, and there's 5 waves. Inside of the B correction, we always get an A, B, C 3-wave. Actually, this one could also come in a 3-wave flat. I forgot to say that. It could come in a 3-wave flat as well, like this. And this one will be called a 3-3-5 pattern. And the 5th one always has 5. And that one can be a tricky one to see. And these ones are great because what a lot of times happens is that it forms like a wedge, right? It can form a wedge like this. And then people love to play the wedges like that. The wedge only comes in the 5th wave like this. And that's a beautiful thing. And then, for example, if we do a 5th wave, 5-wave impulse going up like that, this one might actually form a wedge as well in the 5th one. And that's a beautiful thing to play if we get a one like that. And a lot of people look for these kind of wedges, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then at the 5th point there, it breaks to the downside. So these are some of my favorite patterns to play. Now that we got some of the terminology out of the way, my dog is so hot in my lap right now. This is probably the hottest that my pants ever get in there. I'm just kidding, guys. Please don't have a dirty mind. It's a small little 6-pound dog on my lap. Jeez. Hi, Luna. How are you doing? You want a girl? I just flipped her over like a hot dog right now. Luna, you want to say hi to everybody? Do you guys see her growling? You want to go? You want to go? No. You guys hear her growling? She's just growling right now. Hello, little girl. Sorry. She's my baby. I gotta take care of her always. So what we see is this now. I'm analyzing it from the beginning of time so people can know what the heck is going on, okay? We see a 5-wave structure in here that's very ugly. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 4, and 5. This one makes some sort of 5 pattern as well. I'm sure it's in there. I just don't want to spend too much time looking at her. But the most important thing is, remember the ABC I mentioned makes an ABC like that. So that fits my criteria 100% of that being the 5th wave. Now, all of this right here actually makes one big wave, guys, okay? All of this right here makes wave 1. And so it's very important to understand where we are. I'll draw wave 2 here to the lowest point, okay? Lowest point to just right over here. Now that's very important to understand that this is wave 1. This is wave 2, which I will annotate here for you. No! Guys, always remain calm. Please don't ever panic like that just because things go wrong on your chart, okay? I'm just trying to give you guys little tidbits here and there. And that was not a very pleasant way to handle yourself, right, Luna? I'll make her howl for you guys again if you like her. So now we are looking for basically trying to count some sort of 3rd wave, okay? And then we want to count some sort of 4th wave, like that. And lastly but not least, we want to get a 5th wave up there somewhere. You guys notice something about this chart already? Look. It's not coincidence, guys, that this line right here that I'm dragging over, right? If I drew to the bottom of where the breakout is, look, I'm drawing it to the bottom of this line to where the breakout is right there, okay? Is it coincidence that if I clone this line, dragged it over, and simply extended it, that it's pretty much the exact same angle? Interesting, right? Nope, definitely not. You guys want to see how we could have got some targets? I remember before we were talking about one-to-one extensions. Let's have a look. What do you know? It actually got a one-to-one extension. Not only did it get a one-to-one extension, but it actually beat it, right? And remember before I was saying this right here, that if this one got a one-to-one extension or even higher, then the next one we just use the next reasonable point. So if that one came in between the 1-to-1 and the 1-6-1-8, then the next point we're going to assume is somewhere in here. Just general deduction. So now that we know that this one hit around here, what we would like to do is make a few more assumptions. We're going to assume the same thing. We're going to take a clone of, say, the first or second line. Sure, we'll just go to the second one right here. It's easier. And now we're just going to assume a basic target. Shoot low always, guys. Shoot low. Something like there. Right? You guys want to see what I'm talking about? Watch. I'll show you how I played pretty much the perfect play on ETP. Just by following some basic rules of mine. Okay, watch this. Just to give you guys an example on a random chart, the first one that came to mind, okay? Watch. This one here, first of all, this one retraced not even 382. Hold on. I'll just show you in this specific section. So this one retraced 382. I will automatically assume that this one here will do a one-to-one extension first of all. And what do you know? It hit the one-to-one extension. Because this one hit the one-to-one extension, I will assume on the next wave that it will hit just simply the next target. And because this one right here retraced 382, I will assume that when it hit the one-to-one extension, it's just going to simply retrace more because wave 2 did not retrace a lot. And what do you know? It retraces more than 382. We're pretty much to the golden ratio zone. And surely enough, the next one hit 1618. Pretty cool, right? So now we're going to do the exact same thing to EOS. You guys are going to make that money, man. Like, I'm not kidding, guys. I'm very confident in my TA. I'm holding bags right now of EOS, guys, like bags. So I'm pretty happy right now with where everything is. But we got to make note, first of all, that this right here, as I mentioned, is a heavy, heavy, heavy resistance area, okay? Heavy resistance area. That's why we're struggling right now. But what do you guys notice? With every struggle, we break it. With every struggle, we break it, right? Now, there are only 5 waves. We have to keep that in mind, okay? There are only 5 waves. I will give you an example of how these waves are done. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. When wave 1 finishes, we only take the retracement of wave 1. When wave 3 finishes, we only take the retracement of wave 3. But after wave 5 finishes, we take the retracement of waves 1 to 5. And a very common area is right around where wave 4 is. So there's a lot of different rules and guidelines to follow. So right now, what we are on, okay, I want to draw this for you as well. More examples. It's lesson time. 1, 2, right, Luna? She says it's lesson time, guys. 3, 4, 5. For every single wave, there's always 5 impulse waves for the ones that go up. 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then for every corrective wave, we get an ABC. Now wave 4 could be very, very weird. Wave 4 could be something like this, right? They usually alternate where one is a zigzag and the other one is something else. If this one was a zigzag like that, this one could be something else. This one could be something like A, B, C, like D and E, something like that, right? So this can happen quite frequently as well. Now, where we are right now, guys, I will draw for you where we are, I think. Right here. I think that we are on literally just this wave right now. And we're about to make some monstrous leaps right now. We got many, 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 many more subwaves to go. And let's rationalize all of this. Now, any analyst that says to you, or anybody that says to you guys, I think it's going to this price. You guys know what you tell them and you write to them? You write this to them right here. You write this to them. Prove it. Prove it. Tell them to prove it, okay? Prove it with a chart. Prove it with rationalization. Just because someone says it's going to go to $5, if they got no proof in the pudding, if there's no proof in the pudding, then you cannot believe them. So what we try to do as technical analysts is we like to deduce things. We like to make logical assumptions, and we like to solve it like a puzzle. So think of everything that you do when it comes to charting as a puzzle. These are very complicated puzzles, right? No one will disagree with that. These are super complicated puzzles to solve, but the satisfaction is immense when you solve it. I have to admit, I've got an addiction with charts, okay? I have an addiction with the coins that I trade, and I'm not even joking about this, guys. I know you guys are probably thinking I'm joking right now because it's not like any hard drug, but I have a crazy addiction to charts where I just cannot stop thinking about it non-stop. It is on my mind 24 hours a day, and it has taken over my life entirely because it's the best game in the world, and it is so rewarding. I can't even explain to you how rewarding it is to solve a puzzle, put the pieces together with Elliott Wave, and then after you put them together, do you guys know what the bonus is? A lot of money. How do you guys think I got my tiny little dog here and I can afford all the nice things for her, huh? I mean, like, yeah, sure, she's an alcoholic. Like, she drinks a lot of tequila. She definitely loves her tequila. Like, in the mornings, she loves tequila. You guys should see her wake up in the morning without her tequila. You don't want to be around this little girl that's on my lap right now. And then in the evenings, you know, when she's passed out from drinking tequila in the mornings, she'll wake up, eat some food, blah, blah, blah. And first thing she'll say is, hey, Dad, where the heck is the vodka? Then she'll hit the bottle really hard. How do you guys think I can keep up with her drinking life? I'm not saying drinking is a serious thing, okay, guys? Like, it's a joke. It's no joke at all, okay? But yeah, she's got a really big problem. Like, that's how I make sure that I analyze these charts properly so I can afford Luna a lot of Patron. You know, she loves her Patron. She loves her Grey Goose, whatever it's called. I think it's called Grey Goose, you know, that. Yeah, she's got quite the lifestyle, guys. Anything she wants, anything, you know, that are bad, it rhymes with the word rugs with a D in front of it that I don't want to say because she gets really excited about it. Like when I say take a walk. No, Luna, we're not taking a walk right now, no. But when I say that word, she gets any of those rugs she wants as well. She loves rugs. She rolls around on the rug all day. Anyways, I break out into little soliloquies here and there, as you guys have noticed. But what I'm trying to get to is, it's very satisfying to solve a chart, guys. You solve a chart, it's a beautiful one. And guess what, guys? Remember earlier we were talking about how this one here made a channel, right? What we can automatically assume is that this guy here loves her channels. Did you guys notice what I just did there? I said this little guy loves her channels. She. I meant to say this girl loves her channels. Look at her beautiful channel that she's making, right? Beautiful channel that she's making. Beautiful. So this is how I'm going to draw it first after thinking about it. I will start my wave 1 here. And I will call this one wave 1 right here, actually. This will be roughly wave 2. This will be roughly wave 3. This will roughly be wave 4, and that will roughly be wave 5. Now, do you guys see the symmetry? Look at it. It's pretty beautiful, right? I can probably move this one over to around here. If I do, it's actually very, very beautiful the way the angles are in general, right? Look at it. This one slopes the same. Now, these can be very subjective, right? It can be very subjective. It all depends on how you want to draw it. Like, for example, this one here could be 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, and this is 4, and that's 5. And if you look at the symmetry of this one, it actually looks beautiful as well in terms of slope as well. That fits it because the third wave is now the longest. And then we get an ABC correction in basically these ones in there. And I'm not gonna do all of them. I'm just gonna give you guys an example. So this one here could be like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And we don't see all the subwaves in here because it's on a high time frame. But we definitely will see on a lower time frame. I just don't want to get too detailed into it. But what we do notice, guys, very visibly, is that this is a channel, and in a channel, it does something like this always, okay? We get a nice little channel like that, and it will do 5 touches, and then breaks out of it. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now, even before these ones formed, okay, like before even this one, say this 0.4 formed, so let's say you didn't even have 0.4 yet, what you would do as an Elliott Wave trader is assume a wedge or a channel. So this one could be like that, and let's say this happened like that. Before anything, what you would do is you would just draw a channel like this. You would draw a channel like that. Okay, and then what you would do is, regardless of where this one comes from, actually let's say this one started up higher, we don't want to draw it that low, draw like that, we'll just assume a parallel. Parallel means that it slopes the same, like that. Just assume that, and we're just going to draw some parallel lines. We're going to assume that could be 3, this could be another 4, and then it will break down to this side over here. So that's what Elliott Wave traders love to do. I personally love to do that. And you know, you can even back test them to a lot. Luna, stop licking my hand. Dad's trying to make a tutorial video, okay? Sorry guys. Gotta keep this girl in check, you know? Gotta keep your women in check. She's the only woman in my life, and I love her. She's amazing. And just so you guys know, for all the viewers, she's my dog, okay? She's the sweetest dog in the world. That's a photo of her. Right there. She's got scrunched up little mouth. She's super cute. That's a picture of her as well. It's on doggydating.com. She's trying to find a soulmate. Like I keep mentioning, she's a BBC. She likes the BBC, and she's a BDL. Get your mind out of the gutter, guys. Get your mind out of the gutter. Okay? She's a BBC, like a big black Cocker Spaniel fan. Okay? And a BDL, like a black dog lover, okay? Get your mind out of the gutter, guys. That's not what I was talking about at all, okay? So we now have a channel that made 5 waves somewhere along there, and it broke, right? Now that it broke, what we can now say is we're almost at $2. Hurrah! We're going to be making quite a bit of progress over the next few days. Now, guys, do you guys like this analysis so far? Is it one of the better analyses you've seen compared to other people on the internet? I'd say it is, because I find a lot of people on YouTube, they don't really know what they're talking about. No offense to people like Suppleman, I will call him out. That guy, all he does is chills. Like, you know, this word. I'm not talking about chill like that. I'm talking about shilling, right? All he does is he shills. He's no analyst. He's no analyst. He just gets paid by ICOs to promote their coins. He just what? What is an analyst? They go to CoinMarketCap and they look at the price and they talk? Nah, guys. This is what an analyst is, okay? And analysts will actually use logical deduction and Asian level mathematics to deduce what the heck is going on. Just make sure you guys always trust someone who has Asian level mathematics. You guys can trust me because I'm Asian. I play the piano. I have very, very bad driving skills. My, the P word has a pen in it and also has an is in it. I can't say it because I'll get caught. I don't want to have penalties on my account. I can't swear, but it's this right here. It's right there. You guys can trust it because I'm Asian and we're very proportional. Just so you guys know, you combine those 3 factors of Lil Phil, bad driving skills, and also can play the piano and good in math. You guys can trust me, okay? I assure you, this is called Asian level mathematics. I'm not gonna prove it to you guys, just so you know. Like, a lot of you guys have written private comments to me. Like, I just want you guys to know that that's not gonna happen anytime soon, okay? So now we have our extension here. Getting back on track, please stop getting off on tangents. We know that this one hit a ratio of around right there, okay? Actually, it undershot it. So what we will now assume as well is this one will undershoot. More so it more so met the second quarter area, right? The second quarter area. So we will just make these in quarters like that. Somewhere here. Something like that, okay? But my range, I'm gonna undershoot it actually. I always undershoot because everything else is a bonus. It's a surprise, surprise, look at this, we overshot it. So if we hit it, it's pretty awesome. I will actually go for the first quarter of the second quadrant. And I'm not talking about quadrants like the alpha quadrant in Star Trek. I'm talking about this quadrant right here, okay? But what we gotta do first, guys, is we gotta beat this. We're slowly itching to get there. I'm just gonna check the 5-minute RSI. Just want to see if I can go short. I've shorted 3 times already. I made a really nice $50,000. Sorry, actually it was $100,000 short. Oh, it was funny, pretty funny. I don't like bulls. I'm a bear, okay? So I was buying up and up and up and up and up and up today, right? And I was also filling up my short orders at the same time. And I love to do that, where I fill up my short orders on 2 different accounts, right? One order is to go really long. I will go long, but I don't care if I take a loss on that one. I'll just keep buying up and 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 up, while also filling my short orders on another account, right? Then on one account, I will gladly place, my short there, right, to buy, to close it. Then I just dump on myself. And that's how I dumped 50,000 coins today on the market. People were not really happy about that at all, guys. They were not. I caused this spike, I think, right around here. RSI was too high as well. So I just kept buying up and up and up and up and up and up. I put a stop right around here at 195. And I just dumped into myself, took a small loss on my long that went up. But that's okay, that's part of the strategy. And then I closed my own short, took maybe a 1% loss on my long, but I made like I think 3% profit net, so it was pretty decent there. Maybe less than that, maybe even got to here, I can't remember. Anyways, I play the small positions that really do add up like that. So I just want to give you guys a taste of what I do on the side. So if we look on the 4-hour chart, right, we can actually see bullish divergence coming up right now already, right? If we look on the daily chart as well, that Dragonfly Doji was very implicative. And now this one here, it's also implicative that we have a very strong resistance right around here. Very strong resistance, and we have to make sure we make note of this, okay? This is a strong resistance. And once it breaches right around to here, this RSI, if it even gets there, we are now going to downtrend. Because as I mentioned, we take waves 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and retracement is just to wave 1. For wave 1 there, retracement to here is just from 2 to 3, and then retracement from 1 to 5 of wave 5 is all of it right there from 1 to 5. A lot of amateurs will make the mistake of just taking this retracement, but no. We take that retracement right there. So guys, once we get to this target right here, I'm going to actually make some calls. I'm going to add this one officially to my record book, okay? Now, first of all, we got to make note of a few things going on. All of these had 5, which we have now counted together. Would you agree with me? Yes, you guys would agree, right? There's 5. There's going to be 5 subwaves in here somewhere as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, until we get to the 5th one there. One might not be that big. This might actually be one right there already, okay? We're going to zoom in to see if we can analyze this on a micro scale. And what we do see, surely enough, is that this is the 3rd wave that's going up. This is the 3rd wave of this one right here. So this one is now done. To wave 1, we'll say, just like that. Wave 2 is coming down here. Let's see if we can even see it on the closer time frame. See 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we're still going. See, we're trying to find 3 waves. We see 1, we see 2, we see 3, we see 4, and we'll see 5 somewhere, I don't know, up there, I'm guessing, right? Somewhere up there. And now we can actually very accurately predict it, okay? First of all, we're going to take a 1-to-1 fib extension to right here. And we're going to assume that this one only gets to here. Like that, okay? This one actually looks like it's going to fall short of the target, believe it or not. So we're going to have to readjust. Depends on how high this one goes. Now, we're going to do fib extension from just this one right there. It's actually getting pretty high. So let's now, hold on, give me a second. If this one hit in between this region right here, which we're not even done yet, 1, 2, 3, oh geez, we got a long ways to go, guys. Long ways to go. Super long. I'm loading my chart here. It lags a little bit sometimes. Come on! I just gotta refresh the page. Give me a second. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-ba-ba-da-da. Oh, come on, man. It doesn't like it when I go to the 45-minute chart. It really doesn't. Sure, 1 hour is good. That's what we're doing right now. We see 1, 2, we see 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 will be somewhere up there. Like that. Makes a lot of sense to me right now, how it's going. Okay? So we're basically, okay, take a look at this first. You guys see 5 waves in here, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Boom, that guarantees that that's the first wave. We see some sort of A, B, C correction in here. Some sort of A, B, C correction, right? Like that. Boom, that guarantees it as well. Now what we see is this right here. We see an impulse wave going up. 1, 2, we see another one there. It's quickly corrected. And boom, it's going to go make the 5th one, which could be somewhere up there. And then we're going to make a correction. Okay. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. We're going to make a correction like that. Now it's actually going to fall fairly short of the target, in my opinion. And we're going to be able to extrapolate all this data, believe it or not. Okay, watch me extrapolate all this data, guys, okay? We're going to take our Fibonacci trend-based extension from where this one originally began to wave 1 to wave 2. It's already shooting well past it, okay, as we can see. Now what we're going to do is extrapolate a 1618 extension at least. There we go. So this is going to be the target now for where wave 3 ends. Right there. I'm just thinking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's shooting past here. Okay, that'll be right. Now I'm going to extrapolate even further and cross-reference it. Whoa, if that made a 1-to-1 extension up there, that would be crazy, guys. to, hold on, give me a sec. Okay, now I know exactly what I'm talking about. So first thing we're going to do is take a general target of wave 1 to 2, and we're going to shoot for 1618 up there, which we've done. Now what we're going to do is also shoot for a 1618 of this specific wave only, just for the end of wave 3. So it could fall anywhere in this particular range right there. But if I actually did a 1-to-1 extension of wave 3 to 4, yep, I'd say it sounds about right. So right here is going to be roughly my target, right here. Just doing it one more time to confirm. We shot past the 100 section already. We could actually be almost at the end already. That could be the end of wave 3 almost already. Maybe a tiny bit higher. I'm going to shoot for around $2, and then we're going to shoot down, okay? And the reason I say that is because we see this shape right here, right? We see this pattern right there, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I can't help but think that we are actually going to downtick right now and come down. So I'm absolutely ready to short this right now. I think it's only going to get a tiny bit higher, then it's going to fall down like 10 cents or so. So I think you guys want some long-term targets, right? I just wanted to do a detailed analysis right in front of you guys to let you guys know what my thoughts are. So I think that 3 is going to get to roughly right there based on this extension. Yeah, 1618. And the overall one that we're going to get to, we're wave 3. We're only on this wave right here, okay? We're on the third subwave of the third wave. But where's the actual third wave going to end? Around up there. So now I've got it right. So let's also confirm a few more things. I know there's a lot of things going on in my head right now. We're going to check out Fibonacci, okay? For this one here. That's 382. So this one here would actually be, I'd probably say $1.95. So this is going to be my buy zone. It will not retrace to the territory of wave 1. So this right here will actually be my buy zone. Just going to assume symmetry. Always assume symmetry. And this one could fall down quite a bit actually, but probably not too much. I'm guessing that because this one fell down 618 level. Yeah, 618 level. This one will be very bullish. This one will fall down to roughly here. And then the next one will be a huge wave up there. Big wave. So if this one here finished to the 1618 level, the next one should go to about the 2618 level. And the 2618 level is right around there. So now my range is actually going to be lower. I'm going to shoot for $2.38. $2.30 we'll say to 240. Around there. That's where we're going to finish it, just based on all my extrapolation. So I'm going to suggest that I don't think I'm going to really do an entry for this one. I'm just going to keep it like this for now, just to give you guys my thoughts. I think in a little bit, we're going to correct back down to about here, to 93 cents range, right? And then we'll shoot for about 210. So entry, guys, is around 93. Shoot for 210. This one will retrace only a little bit, I'm sure of it, because the wave 2 did all the heavy retracing. Oh, and I drew it wrong there. So this one will go to probably 382-ish, right around there. And ignore the dates always, guys, in my videos. Ignore the dates always, okay? I don't ever estimate the time because I'm a price action trader. So there you guys have it. Okay? That is my prediction right here. Ignore the time entirely. It's never ever accurate. I just want to make sure it looks decent like that. And there you go. So I'm going to buy back in around 93 to go long. I'm probably going to short in a few minutes, to be honest. I'm going to short in a few minutes. And then from here, I'm going to try to ride it all the way to $2.10, okay? And then it's going to correct down. to probably $1.98 or so, and then we're gonna try to breach $2.30. There you guys have it. That is my goal. So have yourselves a great day. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Give me a minute. I'm gonna think if I'm gonna post a chart or not. Give me a sec. No, I'm not gonna post a chart yet. I wanna wait till wave 3 finishes. Okay? I wanna wait till wave 3 finishes. Like the whole wave 3 finishes. And then I'll wait till it corrects down to right here. To right here. And then that's where I'll make a video with an actual prediction to catch this specific wave to right up there. Okay, guys? So I'm just gonna leave my thoughts like this for now. So have yourselves a great day. I hope you guys enjoyed the technical analysis. Luna, you want to say bye to everybody? Huh? No, she's just looking at me with the sweetest eyes. If you guys enjoyed it, please like it, please subscribe, please upload it on Steemit as well. I'd really appreciate that. If you guys really want to support me, you guys are welcome to send a tip as well. I've got a cryptocurrency piggy bank just for Luna, just for emergency funds. And don't ever feel obligated, guys. Please don't ever feel obligated. The only reason I say that is because to some people they've asked for it before, and to some people it makes them feel good to contribute a little bit, right? Just to help out the community. So other than that, have yourselves a phenomenal day, and thank you for watching this extremely long video of EOS. And those are my thoughts. Now, good luck, everybody. Bye now.